Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be able to present dance and something that's really, lifts our spirits and lifts our moods and some in a time like this. So my name is Meredith Harper Houston. I am a classically trained dancer, ballerina, and I dance every jazz, tap, uh, salsa, as just a professional dancer my whole life, but trained first in ballet. I started as a little girl at the Pennsylvania Ballet and then worked with different studios since I was about 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. I founded a dance studio out here in Los Angeles called Maryland Dance Studio. I don't have it anymore because I sold the studio. It's gone now because I dedicated my time 100% to Swan Within, to our swans, and to our programming. So this is my sole focus, and this is our main mission in our agency's work is to continue training, working therapeutically with girls. Swan Within Healing Through Ballet started it here in Los Angeles in 2015, and with the objective of building self-esteem, building a love for ourselves within, and really focusing it on girls who have suffered through sexual trauma, sex trafficking, physical and emotional abuse. I started it because when I had my studio, I really felt like I needed to find a way to find students that really could utilize dance, not just for technique or career in dance, but have something to have that would help them cope through pain and through trauma. I am a victim of sexual abuse. I was molested by a family member from the age of 5 to 10. And those are reflecting back on those years, the toughest years of my life. I look at myself now as an adult and really struggle with what I went through, even at this day, even at this time of being an adult. I wanted girls to have the same ways, the same coping mechanism that I used, because I don't know if it wasn't for dance, where I would be now. I used dance to get me out of the house physically, so that I wouldn't be home experiencing the abuse that I was experiencing in the home. And then also metaphorically in my mind, for me to travel to another place where this was a place where I felt powerful, where I felt beautiful, where I felt in control. In my house, I felt ugly. I was ashamed. I felt guilty as of something I had caused, that I was a willing participant, and all of these things we know now. I was a child, and I was abused, and there was no willing participation in that at all because I was a child. But I needed, as a little kid and as a little girl and up into teenage years, to find a place where I felt worthy and where I felt I had a great sense of self-worth. So I wanted to expand teaching dance to girls who were going through or possibly have gone through what I went through. We figured out a system how to do it within the juvenile halls, with all of the restrictions that it has. Obviously, because we're going into the probation department to teach rather than participants and students coming to my dance studio. So what that meant. So built a whole system and structure to be able to make that feasible. We're seeing not just a change and transformation in just what it means to be empowered and what it means to be own your body, love your body, know your body, but also just see dancers come alive. People, girls who have never taken dance or have never been exposed to dance, but maybe always wanted to see natural talent shine through. And then also, and if even if you haven't been interested in dance, really just seeing I have an ability to do this, which takes enormous amount of strength. And it takes an enormous amount of passion. Because with dance, you are telling a story. You don't get to use your words. You don't get to use dialogue like actors do or singers get to sing it. Dancers have to express it. It's a testimony, I think, when we as women, girls and women, or boys and becoming men, it's a testimony to the resiliency of our human spirit, of how our spirit, as much as we go through, how we can take, and we always say this with our agency, but we take our broken heart and we turn it into art. Teaching a group and being able to move through class it's a little hard, because a lot of times people, especially when you're teaching your peers, they want to interject their ideas and why don't we do this and why don't we do that and why don't we do this. So one thing is really deciding, is it going to be a group class where everybody gets to participate and voice what they want to see in the choreography or the music, or is it a one-person show? Because that has to be established first and foremost. If it's one person, it's one person. Two people leading a class is a little difficult too. So then that needs to be established, that you're the teacher and that they are learning your style. So you would definitely want to be able to come up with some stretches and some technique, teaching them moves, and then move on to choreography. Because it's really hard when somebody who's really, really good at dance and tries to teach a dance class without breaking it all the way down. So you have to teach the move first. And it's like, it's just this, and it's just this. And they're like, I don't get it. So before you even move on to choreography, you have to teach the technique that's going to be in the choreography. A great question. I think anybody can safely say, especially anybody who's ever been sexually abused, that you have to have an out of body experience to be able to be in it, to be able to cope through it. I've talked to so many other survivors where when the actual trauma is actually happening, that you actually have to leave your body to be able to even mentally be there, hinged, if that makes any sense, that you escape your body. Well, in dance, it's the exact opposite. You have to 100% be in your body and feel everything that it takes to be able to perform the task at hand, whether it's an arabesque and hold it in your leg, and I'm sure you've seen an arabesque where a dancer's leg is back, leg is out, and hold balance. It takes you being able to connect with your body on every level. Are my hamstrings engaged? Are my knees tight? Are my core centered? Are my shoulders dropped? Are my arms or my lines perfectly present? Because your arms in ballet are pretty much your airplane wings. So they give you the balance. Are they here or are they here? And then you can feel it with the teeter-tottering of losing your balance, whether your body's engaged. Having full body, having agency over your body is exactly what you need to have as a victim of sexual abuse or trauma. And that is exactly what I know carried me through as a kid, was being able to find a place where my body was powerful